Shakar Murali, 13th December 2023. Baap Dada Madhuban. Essence. Sweet children, your spiritual yoga is for becoming ever pure because you have yoga with the ocean of purity in order to establish a pure world. Question. Which faith should the children whose intellect have formed faith have first of all, and what are the signs of that faith? Answer. First and foremost, you need to have the firm faith that you are children of the one Father and that you receive your deity sovereignty from Him. When you have this faith, it will instantly enter your intellect that the devotion you have been performing has now ended and that you have now found God Himself. Only the children whose intellect have a firm faith become seers. Song. O traveler from faraway land. Om Shanti. The Father sits here and explains that all are travelers from the faraway land. All souls are residents of the supreme abode which is far, far away. This is also mentioned in the scriptures. Souls reside far away where the light of the sun or a moon doesn't exist. There is not a drama in the incorporeal world or the subtle regions. There is a drama of corporeal world which is called the human world. There is not a cycle of 84 births in corporeal world or in subtle regions. The cycle is shown in the human world. What is the human world and what are human beings made of? A human being is made up of soul and body. A puppet body is created of the 5 elements and soul enters in it and plays his part. So all are residents from the faraway land. However, you do have faith. Human beings do not have faith. The Father has explained, you call me the resident of the faraway land, but the residence of all of you souls is the same. Those who place parts in other places all have their own homes. They come from there to perform their parts. Here, you children understand that you are all children of one Father and that you are all resident of one home, the supreme abode. That is the great element of Brahma and this is the element of sky. You play your parts here. There is also night and day, and this is why there are the sun and moon. There is no day or night in the incorporeal world. The sun and moon are not deities. They are light to illuminate the stage. The sun gives light during the day and there is moonlight at night. Now all human beings want to go to the land of liberations. You know that God resides up above. When people remember God and say, O Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, their intellect go up above. You souls understand, but there is ignorance everywhere. You know that you are not resident of this place, that one is our Father. They say, O God Father, with their mouth, and then they say, all are the fathers. God is omnipresent. It has been explained to you children that not all are father. All souls are brothers of one another. They continue to fight and quarrel among themselves because of not knowing this. You souls are brothers and you have become children of one Father. Those whose intellect have faith and are number-wise in a world relationship, you always have faith in that you are going to receive your inheritance from your Father. Here Maya repeatedly turns your face away from the fathers. You belong to a almighty authority, Father, and so Maya too. as an almighty authority fights with you. This is a war of gaining victory over the five vices. This war is very well known, but it is nothing like the Kauravas and Pandavas that they have shown in the scriptures. This war with Ravan is very fierce. We should want to stay in remembrance of Father and become complete and pure. There is no way to do this other than having yoga. All others who study yoga do not do that for observing purity. All of that is a physical spiritual yoga for becoming ever pure. By having yoga with the ocean of purity, we become pure. The Father says, your sins of many births are burnt with this fire yoga. Your intellect also say that this world is impure. Ask anyone if this is golden age or the iron age. No one would call this the golden age. The golden age is the new world, that is called the golden age, and this is called iron age. The old world is called the iron age and the new world is called golden age. You can't say that it is now the golden age as well as the iron age. No resident of hell means resident of hell. The old world is called an impure world and the new world is called pure world. This explanation is for human beings. Animals would not say. A purifier come, ask anyone, and he would say that this is the hell. Bharat was new world heaven and Bharat is now an old world hell. Continue to emphasize the Bharat. All others come in the middle periods. We don't have any connection with them. Our religions, which has now disappeared, is separate. You have now become those whose intellects have faith. You know that you are children of the one Father. You receive self-sovereignty from the Father. First of all, you need to have this form of faith. You listen to knowledge and that is fine. Subjects are created. However, you also have to have the faith that you are children of unlimited Father. You understand that you were performing devotion in order to meet God. That devotion has now come to an end. God Himself has now come and meet us. We receive the Son dynasty and status of self-sovereignty from Him. We claim such a high status. Wealthy people adopt a child and they only adopt one child, whereas here the unlimited Father wants innumerable children. He says, those who become my children will receive the inheritance of heaven. Those who don't belong to me cannot claim the inheritance. They don't even follow Srimad. Those who have faith say, Baba, you have come once again and we shall now never let go your hand. The Father explained to children, then explain to others that they have become the children of the Parlokik Father. We are following His Srimad, the Supreme Father and the Supreme Soul. It teaches us so many have become BKs and they definitely have faith, and so why should we not become that too? You should write, I now belong to you, and send it to Baba. The Father would say, I am not far away. I am sitting here. I am present here. I am sitting here in practical way. It is said of the President that he is present on this earth. It does not mean that the President is omnipresent in that same way. The Supreme Father and the Supreme Soul, who is called the remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness, cannot be omnipresent, since not a single person stays unhappy there in the absence of Father in heaven. How can human beings be so unhappy in His presence? The Father creates a nest of you children. Just as a birds create a nest for their little ones, so the Father too creates a nest for you children. He has nest made for you so you. The nest of heaven is being made for you to stay in. The Father say, if you follow my directions, you will rule in heaven. If you have firm faith, you will catch hold of this tight. It is not that you just have to sit here. You must not leave your homes and family. Those people leave their homes and family. They consider their guru to be their God. They don't die alive. You have to die and alive, then live in the golden age. You are claiming your unlimited inheritance from the Father. You have the faith that the unlimited Father is teaching you and giving you the inheritance of 21 birth, and so you should follow His directions. When you become a child of the Father, He gives direction. First of all, sit in the bhatti for a week. You will continue to receive this knowledge every day. Not everyone understands to the same extent. Each one takes it according to his or her effort to fortune. Everything depends on your efforts and fortune. You can tell what is in your fortune and what status you will claim. After belonging to the Father, you still have to live at home with your families. Acha, if you don't have a household, then become a stick for the blind. You definitely have to go to relate the story of true Narayana. Look, Dr. Prem has gone on service. Those who invite her welcomed her with honor and introduced her to many others, and they were quite impressed. However, the father said, not a single one of them has an intellect with the faith that it is the unlimited Father who teaches all of you, and that is from Him that you then receive the inheritance for 21 birth. They do not become impressed, but they don't have the faith that is truly in the Father, the ocean of knowledge who is teaching you. Yes, they say that this is very good, but as soon as they go outside, everything ends. Hardly anyone makes this effort, though they have spiritual gatherings among themselves. The intellect of those who gathers together don't have that faith. There is faith and doubt. One minute they say that the Father is teaching them, and the next minute they ask, how is this possible? Yes, it is good become pure, but it is very difficult to remain pure. First of all, there has to be faith, and they should write with the happiness inside them. Those who are free from bondage never write such letter as though Gopikas who are in bondage too. Baba writes, you have not made the intellect of even one person have faith. Yes, you have created ordinary subject, but you have not created heirs. Not a single person has become one whose intellect has faith. Only those whose intellect have faith become heirs. Although the intellect of some do have faith, they don't take this knowledge, and so they go and become maids and servants of that dynasty. As you progress further, you will receive accurate visions. You will also know which numbers maid and servant you will become. Then there will be great repentance. I did not follow Srimad, and that is why I have reached these conditions. Nevertheless, in every situation, it would be said to be the drama. This is one has this part of the drama of for the cycles after cycle. We will definitely have vision. The result has to be announced at the end. It would then be said to be have been destined. This was in my fortunes. The result of your studies will be announced. This is a very high school. The one who is teaching is only the one. There is only the one study and only the one examination. The teacher knows what his students are like. Everyone continues to go up. As you progress further, you will come to know great deal. You will repeatedly go into the trance just as you used to into the beginning. You continue to understand, and the father continues to explain. You make mistakes by not following Srimad, by moving along in that way. You develop that habit. You may ask, "See, Baba, am I following your Srimad?" Baba would tell you, "You do not follow it, and this is why your fortune is seen to be as it is." It is understand that you have bad omens at that moment. However, when you make more progress, they will be removed. Some fall into the site of intoxications of lust. Bharat was pure and elevated, and it is now degraded. There is a praise of those elevated deities. The father says, "This is the devilish community. I have come to establish a deity community. This deity religion is the highest of all. The father alone is the purifier." But people don't understand anything. All of those who come to establish a religion are definitely pure. In every situation, there are good and bad. There are those with less fortune and those good fortunes. This kingdom of Ravan is now to end. This city of Ravan has to be set on fire. You Rama's armies are sitting here. Those who belong to these religions will continue to understand. You understand number wise. Some are shot with just one arrow like King Janak, and they surrenders. They never make excuses. Excuses don't work here. However, there are also many storms of Maya. She makes you forget your own clan and that you are the children of God. Therefore, you children have to become very sweet. There must not be a slightest intoxication of lust. Lust is greatest enemy. This is most important examinations. Baba says, children, live together and remain pure and demonstrate this. The fathers know the stage of children. Those whose intellect have faith give their news to the father. Baba, I remember you and I am also doing service. Only when they write their service new do I have faith in them. It is only when they give the proof, the service they do, that Baba feels hope in them. It should then also be understood that Baba is one and that there are many of our children. Don't think that Baba has to respond to you every day. No, the Father is a Lord of poor. Donations are given to the poor. This land is Bharat is poor. From the being wealthy, Bharat has become poor. No one knows this. This Bharat is an imperishable land where God incarnate. Bharat has the golden sparrow. That is to was the treasure store of total happiness, and we are all making efforts to go to that land of happiness. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bab Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children says Namaste to the spiritual father. Om Shanti. Essence of Dharana. Number 1. Don't make excuses but continue to follow the Father's Srimad. Give the proof of the service you do. Number 2. Don't forget that you are the children of God and that your clan is the highest of all. Let your intellect have faith and also inspire others to have faith. Blessing. May you be constantly seated on your seat of elevated self-respect and give respect to all, and thereby be respected by all. Remain constantly stable in your elevated self-respect. Be humble and continue to give respect to everyone, for this giving will become a form of receiving. To give respect means to put zeal and enthusiasm into others' souls and enable them to make progress. By constantly staying in your self respect, you will automatically have all attainment. Because of your self respect, the world will respect you and you will become worthy of receiving elevated respect from all. Slogan: the record of those who give regard to everyone become good automatically.